Okay, rolling.
Good. So my name is Radoslav Kaczynski. I'm with FMT-104 class, and it's December 5th, 2018, so I'm presenting my project. So this is my project. It illustrates basic electrical concepts, wiring, and also demonstrates some of the basic HVAC controls, such as contactor and a relay, and also the connection for the thermostat would actually control the heating and the cooling, and you can see inside here is also a heating element to provide some heating. I'm going to go over each item to kind of tell you exactly how I wired it and why I wired it. So let's power this on. I have the main switch here for safety reasons. If I wire something correctly, I can turn it out fairly quickly. I did also go ahead and add a breaker here as a test. The purpose of this project, as I mentioned, was to kind of get familiar with some of the electrical or basic concepts. So this also acts as a safety device. One thing I learned, I should have derated, or I should have purchased one that was about 10 amps. You always want the breaker downstream to be much more smaller than the breaker upstream. This is a transformer, converts from 120 to 24, very basic function. We have two contactors here and a relay. Depending on the open or closed contacts, it will actually power on the cooling, heating, or the fan, and that's actually controlled through the T-stat. I did actually put a little dimmer here to control the speed of the fan, kind of simulate a variable frequency drive through here. Just kind of a fun, analogy, I guess, or an example. You can see, for example, there's a heating element inside this ducting. It's about 250 watts. So it will actually go ahead and produce heating pretty quickly. And there's an outlet here as well. I wanted to install one just to kind of as an example. And what I learned as well, the outlet has a metal strip. If you cut it, then you can actually run two hot wires that are going to connect each outlet. So it was a good exercise to get familiar with some of the basic functionality. So let's go ahead and turn this on as an example. You can see if I turn it to on, the fan is on, and the fan light is on, indicating it's in operation. And I can dim this, it dims the fan, and you can see, for example, it also dims the light. Very basic test. So I'm going to turn this to auto, and I'm going to turn this to cooling. I'm going to make sure the temperature is below the temperature of the ambient temperature. Give it a few minutes. That's going to click in. You can see the cooling is on, the fan is on, and it's cool. Okay. And once again, I can control the fan. So now I'm going to actually turn to heating. Make sure the thermostat is above the ambient temperature. Give it a couple seconds. Okay. Now you can see that these two lights kind of dimmed initially and then turned up because there was an inrush of current on the little heating element. So you can see that there was a huge draw. Now the problem I encountered, one of the problems is I connected a heating element to this contactor, and this contactor wouldn't actually make a contact, was going back and forth because I think of the inrush of current that was caused by the heating element. So I had to get a different contactor that had a different rating. The LRA rating was to 60 amps. But if you put your hand over here, you can see it's nice and warm. Kind of simulates heating. And this was overall a good project. Also, I learned how the contactors work. Open, normally closed. If it's normally open, you're going to get a voltage. If it's normally closed, you're not going to get a voltage. So it was a good exercise going through these steps so I can apply the skills in my future classes here at San Jose City College. That kind of ends my presentation. I hope you guys like the project. Thank you.